The food you eat affects how youthful you look now and how old you're going to look in years to come. And as I said before, this is empowering because it means you have the opportunity to enhance your skin every time you eat. Today we're going to cover the smart and tactical food choices you can make in your 50s and beyond to achieve skin that you're proud of. And we'll also cover the evidence-based skincare you can use to amp up these effects. Settle in for all the science-backed secrets. So a quick hello if you're new here. My name is Fiona and I'm a registered nutritionist with a master's degree in nutritional medicine. On this channel we talk about how to eat for great skin because true skincare starts on your plate. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the subscribe button because it really helps the channel. So a quick heads up, in the last two videos we covered what to eat in your 20s, your 30s and your 40s to achieve radiant skin. If you haven't already watched those, go back and do so because all of these steps are designed to have a cumulative effect. If you have watched those, let's cover what else you can do in your 50s. So your 50s are quite a transitional period, especially if you're a woman. You're likely postmenopausal, which means your collagen production has plummeted and your skin is perhaps looking older than you feel. Things like dryness and dark spots and wrinkles and sagginess are all common, but there's a lot you can do to help. So kicking off with your first smart food principle, and that is to eat phytoestrogen rich foods. Now this sounds super sciencey, but I promise you it's not. Phytoestrogen are special plant compounds. They're also unique in that when you eat foods containing phytoestrogens, they act a little bit like the hormone estrogen in your body. The reason this is helpful is because estrogen or estrogen helps your body to make collagen. And in your 50s, your body's own levels of estrogen are bottoming out, which means less collagen and more loose, wrinkled skin. So when you eat phytoestrogen rich foods, these compounds can lightly dock onto the estrogen receptors in your skin and give your skin cells that much needed boost. In fact, phytoestrogens have been shown to boost collagen production, boost hyaluronic acid production, and as antioxidants, they're actually more potent than the better known vitamin E and vitamin C. What this all translates to is smoother, firmer skin. Now the best sources of phytoestrogens are natural soy foods and also flaxseed. So upping your intake could be as simple as throwing a couple of handfuls of edamame beans on a stir fry or eating some naturally prepared tofu once or twice a week. Now I know that in the past there have been some questions around soy, but you'll notice I'm not suggesting you eat the heavily processed forms of soy, things like soy milk and meat substitutes. The data actually suggests that natural forms of soy can actually be really health promoting, especially in postmenopausal women. If you don't want to eat soy at all, an alternative is to just focus on flaxseed. And this is a nice choice because alongside its phytoestrogen content, it also has other skin enhancing properties. I often enjoy a couple of tablespoons of ground flaxseed with some berries and also some natural yogurt. So that's principle one, help your dwindling collagen with phytoestrogen rich foods. Your second smart food principle is to eat like your great grandmother. Now this sounds really random, but let me explain. We just need to back up a little bit. So healthy, youthful skin has an acidic pH. The problem is that as we age, the pH of our skin tends to creep up, which ultimately makes it look drier and duller and older. But research suggests that eating foods rich in preformed vitamin A or retinol can help to promote that healthy, acidic skin pH. Now we've all heard of putting retinol on our skin, but not many people consider feeding their skin with retinol from the inside out. And funnily enough, retinol-rich foods are the types of foods that your grandmother or your great-grandmother would have eaten decades ago, but these foods have kind of fallen out of favour now. We're talking things like whole eggs, whole milk, butter, oily fish like sardines and kippers and mackerel, and maybe even a bit of liver. An easy way to think about this is to wonder what your great-grandmother might have had for breakfast and eat that. So this might look like scrambled eggs made with whole eggs, it might be some whole milk in your coffee, or it could even be some kippers on toast for breakfast. Most people don't make room for these types of foods, but if you can eat one type of retinol-rich food daily, your skin is going to love you. Right, before we get on to what to use on your skin in your 50s, let's just take a look at a quick bonus principle, and that is to consider an astaxanthin supplement. Now this is one of the few anti anti-aging supplements that has been shown to be genuinely effective. It's an antioxidant, and actually it's about 6,000 times more powerful than vitamin C. And it's actually what gives lobsters and salmon and flamingos their pinkish hue. Now, if you take astaxanthin, it won't turn you pink, but it might give you a natural glow. And that's because studies have shown that astaxanthin can improve skin texture, reduce dark spots, minimize wrinkles, boost hydration, and enhance your skin's natural sun protection, which is useful at any age. Now, the research on this is not perfect, and let me make that clear, but I think there is enough data here to warrant trying it for yourself. The good thing about astaxanthin is that because it's so potent, you don't need to take much to see an effect. Literally around 2 to 6 milligrams a day is enough to see an effect on your skin, which is typically only ever 1 capsule, so you don't have to be popping loads of pills. One of the astaxanthin supplements I rate is this one. To learn more about good astaxanthin supplements, including how to make sure you are choosing a good one, you can check out this video. And of course, bear in mind that this is not personalized advice, so make sure you check in with your doctor before you start any new supplements. Moving on to what to use on your skin in your 50s. So if you've watched the previous videos, you'll already be using a vitamin C serum and a retinoid of some form. Now, both of those ingredients have been shown to enhance collagen production. Now, there's another well-researched ingredient that can also enhance collagen production, although not many people realize that it can do this. And that ingredient is glycolic acid. This is the most potent of the chemical exfoliants, and it's a nice one to add in your 50s if you're not using it already, because it can enhance collagen production, but also because it's naturally hydrating and it has an overnight brightening effect, which is exactly what you want if you feel your skin is looking a bit dull. You want to make sure that the glycolic acid product you choose has a low pH, typically between 3 and 4, and a glycolic acid concentration of between about 5 and 15%. This one has remained popular for years, and for good reason. It works, and a single bottle really lasts a long time. I also like Medicate Sleep Glycolic, which is a bit more gentle but still really effective. You want to use glycolic acid at night time, say a couple of times a week. Just don't use it on the same night you use a retinoid, because both together can be a bit too harsh for your skin. And you should always follow glycolic acid with a sunscreen the next day, but I'm sure you'll be doing that anyway. So, for your best skin, this is what you want to be doing in your 50s. You want to eat phytoestrogen-rich foods, you want to eat retinol-rich foods, and you want to use glycolic acid in your skincare routine, and as a bonus, you might want to try an astaxanthin supplement. And okay, what about your 60s and beyond? If you're in your 60s and completely new to this, do not despair, because it's never too late to start helping your skin. The best thing you can do is go back and watch all the videos in this series and incorporate the principles at a pace that suits you. Now, all the juicy details are in these videos, and I'll pop those links in the video description box below for you, but we'll also cover the principles briefly here. So, in terms of what to eat, you want to enjoy protein for breakfast. You want to eat a fruit, a vegetable, or a type of salad every time you eat. You want to eat some protection foods daily, things like sweet potato and tomatoes and green tea. You also want to eat naturally fermented foods daily, things like kombucha and kefir and kimchi and sauerkraut. You want to enjoy lots of healthy fats, particularly unsalted, unroasted nuts and seeds. And as you learned today, you want to eat phytoestrogen-rich foods and retinol-rich foods. Now, this can seem overwhelming, but if you take a step back, all it really boils down to is eating lots of fresh, whole, natural foods from both plant and animal origin. For a step-by-step guide to eating this way, you can also check out my video How to Eat for Great Skin, which literally breaks this down and shows you how to put together a plate. In terms of supplements, you might want to try type 1 collagen peptides and also an astaxanthin supplement. You can also check out this video for further anti-aging supplements, but of course, check in with your doctor before you start any new supplements. And as for the skincare that you put on your skin, some of the best evidence-based ingredients include sunscreen, a vitamin C serum, a retinoid, and glycolic acid. And that's around the cleansers and moisturizers you may already be using. Thank you for watching until the very end. I hope you found that interesting and helpful. If you liked this video, you'll also like that one. I hope to see you there. Otherwise, I will see you next time for another video on nutritional skincare.